Hi friends, it's Gwen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be sharing a reading vlog where I read these 5 book of the month books. I already know my thoughts and feelings on them, but I just wanted to share the books that I will be reading. So the first one is Ready or Not by 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒂. This is a romance book with a surprise pregnancy trope in it, and you'll hear all of my thoughts and feelings. It's on the longer side. The next one, couple thrillers. I read Listen for the Lie by 𝒂𝒐𝒏𝒂𝒔. This is like a podcast thriller about this woman accused of killing like a friend of hers. Then we have Kill for Me, Kill for You by 𝒑𝒐𝒅𝒏𝒂𝒔, another thriller with the stranger on the train trope. Next up we have a cozy mystery, The Mystery Guest by 𝒑𝒐𝒅𝒏𝒂𝒔, the second book in the Made Cozy Mystery series. And then finally we have a historical fiction, fantasy, magical realism, Wayward by Amelia Hart. So stay tuned to hear all of my thoughts about all of these books. There's Charlie. Hello. Okay, I have my headphones on because I'm about to do my walk on my treadmill. It's not the best setup, but it's the area that I had to put it. And I have an audiobook I'm going to be listening to, Stockholm by Catherine Stedman. I've already completed 2 books, and unfortunately I did not vlog either one of them because I basically marathoned them. I first read Ready or Not by 𝒂𝒂💏💂💏💂💏. I don't know how to say the author's name, but this is a romance story, contemporary romance story. This woman is pregnant after a one-night stand in which she used protection, and she decides to tell the man and see what becomes of that. And then she has these friends, I think they're twins, it's like a boy-girl twin. Maybe not, maybe they're just brother and sister, but she's like best friends with them. And she also has them in her life. She works at this like non-profit place, and she's hesitant about telling her co-workers. There's a lot going on in here. It is a long book, it's like 400 pages, but I loved it so much. I rated it 5 stars. Like, I was blown away. I've never read like a surprise pregnancy book before, and I wasn't sure how I was going to like it. There were some hard conversations happening in here that I don't really want to get into because I want you to read it and experience it for yourself, that were very realistic and hit a lot closer to home than I thought they were going to, involving the pregnancy bit. And I just appreciated those conversations, even though they didn't like take over the book or like anything like that. It was set in New York City, and it was just a very like great setting. It didn't like, the setting didn't like overwhelm it, but it played into the narrative. And the romance was so freaking cute. And if you're hesitant about the pregnancy thing, like, you can reach out to me and ask, but I will say that if you have any hesitancy about the pregnancy bit, it is broken up by trimester. It's very heavily focused on her coming to terms with being pregnant, when obviously it's a surprise pregnancy. It's not something she was planning on. She's not married. She's not in a committed relationship. And it's just kind of like how her life goes after that. The characters are all like great people, And so there was no like bad guy, but I still think that even though they're good people, they still like grew by the end of the book. And I liked the friendships, and I liked the community kind of aspect, and I don't know, it was just really, really lovely. So different than I was expecting. Really enjoyed it. Rated it 5 stars. And then I finished that one yesterday. So I started this one today, Listen for the Lie by Amy Tintera. And I also rated this 5 stars. It was different than I was expecting. I really loved the podcast elements to the book. They are produced like a podcast. There's different narrators. There's sections where it's like interview portions, and then there are sections where just the host, Ben, is just talking and kind of filling in the gaps of the interview. It's interspersed in the other parts of the book. So this one is about this woman that is accused of killing her best friend like several years ago, but she was never convicted or anything. And now this true crime podcaster is kind of like looking into this case, and he is back in her hometown because she gets lured back to her hometown because of her sassy grandma. And I loved her sassy grandma. Her mom infuriated me. I was confused by her dad. I think everybody played their role perfectly. And so if you're looking for like an amnesia trope, small town podcast thriller, secrets, lies, things coming to light, messiness a little bit, misdirection, things like that, I think you would enjoy this one. Is it the most clever thriller I've ever read? No. It's not like super memorable for like the plot, but I really liked how the podcast was done, and I really liked the sassy grandma, and I just had a lot of fun reading it, and I read it in one day. So if that doesn't tell you how I was like frantically flipping the pages reading this book, just wanting to know what was going to happen next, I don't know what is. So I have already started the month with 2 5-star reads, and so I went from romance to thriller. I'm wondering if I should go back to a romance or if I should do something else entirely. I don't know. But now that I have finally sort of kind of started the vlog, I will take you along as I read a couple more books. Maybe I'll just update you at the end of like how I'm feeling about all of these. But yeah, I'm at least gonna read like a couple more, update you, because I want to do like a couple of these because I highly recommend both of these. If you're looking for a romance, go for this. If you're looking for a thriller, go with this. So even if I only got these 2 5 stars, I'm happy because I read a lot last month, but I didn't have a lot of great reads. So knowing I'm starting off strong makes me very, very excited. So I'm gonna try to think what I want to read next. Okay, I decided to send Jessie a picture of my stack here and asked her what I should read next. So we're gonna let Jessie decide. All right, this stack of books is getting shorter, so I'm having to like crouch down. So I did ask Jessie which one I should read next. I sent her the picture and I said, what should I read next? And she said, if it were me, I would say either The Drowning Woman or Kill for Me, Kill for You. So this or this, and I'm gonna go with Kill for Me, Kill for You because I have the audiobook for it right now and I'm still kind of waiting on this one. So I'm gonna dive into this one next. We'll see what I think. Hello friends, I know I look crazy. I just got finished on the treadmill, so good morning. It's Saturday morning. Well, I guess it's noon. It's 12:18, but I finally have another update for you. So last I left you, Jessie wanted me to read either The Drowning Woman by Robin Harding or Kill for Me, Kill for You by 𝒑𝒏𝒂𝒔. And I said I had the audiobook for this one, so I wanted to read this one. Well, I have finished it. I read it in 2 sittings. The first time I read it was on Thursday when I picked it up. I read it from start to 40% on Patreon reading sprints. And I was just zooming through it. It read very quickly. There's multiple POVs. It's basically about these 2 women that decide, if I kill for you, you kill for me. They agree and they go about their business. That really doesn't pick up until page like 84. In the first 84 pages, you're finding out who they have like this vendetta against, that they actually want to kill someone. And it makes sense. You know, I'm not saying killing is right, thou shalt not kill, but in the context of this book, it makes a lot of sense. And then this morning, I woke up and read the other 60%. And I am so happy to report I'm giving this story 5 out of 5 stars. I have had 3 5-star books back to back to back. Like trifecta who? This book is so much fun. It reads quickly. There's many layers to the story. There's some twists and turns, reveals along the way. But it's not like wholly original. You know, it's strangers on a train. We've read other books where people make this same deal, but I think just the way it was done and the ending and all of that just like made it really, really fun. That being said, if you're looking for something that would be like realistic, like hold up in our world, not a chance, boo-boo. But I had fun reading it. I really enjoyed it, and I'm giving it 5 out of 5 stars. So then I was like, okay, what do I pick up from my stack next? So I posted a picture in my Patreon Discord, and I said the first comment is the book that I'm going to read. And Melissa from Miss Mel on Instagram, I'll insert her little comment. She wanted me to read The Mystery Guest by Nita Prose. This is a short one. I believe I have the audiobook for it, so we'll see, but I'm excited to read this one. I think I gave The Maid 5 stars. I'm pretty sure I did. And there was so much hype surrounding that book, but then like I haven't heard anything about this one. I don't know if it's because it's not good, if people were kind of like one and done with the story and they didn't want to continue in a series. I don't know what happened, but I'm ready to dive in and like hang out with Molly the maid one more time. I just finished reading this book and I really enjoyed it. I love Molly. I love the hotel. I love like the sayings and the knowledge and the connection that she had with her gran. I also like the continued storyline. So this one actually picks up 4 years after the events of The Maid. And now we have this really famous mystery author coming to the Grand Regency Hotel in the tea room to give this like announcement, and before he can announce anything, he drops dead. And now we have to find out what the heck. There's nothing about this that is like not good. It does exactly what it sets out to do. You have returning characters, you have some new characters, you have the mystery, there's little clues. There's like a past timeline, so we get to know a little bit more about Molly's past, which also lets us get to know her gran better. There's some sadness, there's some happiness, there's all of the things in here. And when I read The Maid, I'm pretty sure I rated it 5 stars. So let me double check. And I felt the same way with this one. Like there was nothing wrong with it. But I'm like, oh, okay, this makes more sense. I rated it 4 stars. Okay, that makes me very happy, because I'm thinking about rating this one 4 stars because it's just not a new all-time favorite. Like, I absolutely love it, and I'm definitely gonna like continue in the series. There's this little novella, The Mistletoe Mystery, coming in October. I really want to get it. So cute. Look. Can you see? Hold on. Yay! Okay, yes, I am definitely adding that to my want to read. Yay! Perfect. Yeah, I'm rating this 4 stars, but literally nothing is wrong with it. Like, I almost do want to give it 5 because I think it's deserving of a 5. Like, everything I wanted from it, I enjoyed. There were no lulls. It was completely, it just doesn't have that like 5-star feeling. You know what I'm saying? But some stories, I don't know. So I think I'm going to give it 4, but it's totally deserving of a 5. Okay. I'm on like a 5-star streak. So I'm almost like, should I give it a 5? It's so interesting that like people aren't talking about this book. This only has 62,000 ratings, and The Maid has 536,000 ratings. 536,000 ratings with a 3.78 average. And this one has a 3.88 average with 62,000 ratings. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4, but there's really nothing wrong with this book. I mean, I could see someone easily giving it 5 stars. Like, it almost might be one of my favorite cozy mysteries. So I'm like, why am I giving it a 4 instead of a 5? Just because it's lacking that feeling. I'm struggling so hard. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4. And now I need to figure out another way to ask what book to read next. Man, I'm making such good progress. Okay, I just finished reading this and I didn't like it at all. It's basically about mainly 3 different women, 3 different POVs, 3 different time periods. They all love nature. Maybe they're witches, maybe they're not, but they have a strong connection to nature. But the men in their life are horrible pieces of crap. Like, beyond. Like, I can't even describe how bad these men are. I'm going to pop up some trigger warnings right here for you, because there's a lot of them, and it's not like once or twice. It's throughout the entire book, and it doesn't let up, so it just makes me really sick to my stomach to read about it. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, that it's not realistic, but like, I wanted the story of this, like, these women, and it's not that. It's all of this other horrible stuff. So I didn't like this one. I'm probably going to give it 1 star. Okay, but let's wrap up this book of the month vlog by quickly reviewing all of my books. So, Ready or Not, 5 stars, great romance. Was surprised about the surprise pregnancy trope and how I felt about it, but overall loved the romance and I gave it 5 stars. Listen for the Lie. I will say this is not the most mind-blowing thriller that I have ever read, but I really liked the audiobook. I liked the podcast elements. I liked the sassy grandma, and I also rated this one 5 stars. Then I read Kill for Me, Kill for You by Steve Kavanaugh. Also rated this one 5 stars. Again, Again, not the most mind-blowing thriller. The premise is like has been done before, but I really liked the twists and turns along the way. And then I read The Mystery Guest by Nita Prose, which I did settle on a 4-star rating, and I really enjoy this cozy mystery series, and I will definitely read more. And then I finished Wayward, and I'm giving it 1 star. So there's that. But like I said, that wraps up this book of the month vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're all having a lovely day or night, and I'll see you guys again in another video very soon. Bye, friends.